if I go in? This knitted scarf, 5 chickens. This coat, 3 bricks and a sprig of parsley. It's crazy. I never go in though. I kind of like to leave the magic in my head. So this is my second set. It's my sophomore effort, which is exciting because soon I'll hit comedic puberty and grow pubic hair made of pure comedy. But you know, it's weird at this point because I'm still actually, you know, a bit worried about actually being funny, or not, as the worry would suggest, because to my mind there's like no greater torment in the world than shit comedy, and I've had cancer. And actually I had an entire joke there about how I had cancer, but you know, no one was going to laugh because you can't really say that, and instead, but now everybody laughed and it's kind of ruined my flow. So anyway, shit comedy, holy shit, that's bad. So I was at a Raw gig a couple of years ago back in Perth, and at this Raw gig, I experienced what could only possibly be described as, well, I think the worst opening line in comedic history. Big call, I know, but, well, bear with me. So anyway, halfway through a really dire opening bracket, this dude walks onto stage and, to a completely unprepared audience, proceeds to utter the immortal line, "I've eaten more pussy than cervical cancer." I'm sorry, you fucking what? More pussy than cervical cancer? Look, it's a stand-up gig, buddy. It doesn't entirely exempt you from the laws of polite society. Oh, look at me, I'm doing stand-up and I fuck dead people. Ha ha ha! But, more to the point, that is a pretty audacious claim. More pussy than cervical cancer? I've done research. Cervical cancer affects 7 per 100,000 women as of 2003 in Australia. Extrapolate out over a female population of about 10 million, according to last year's census, minus 2 million for women below the age of consent, you've got about 725 cases of cervical cancer per year, or roughly 2 pussies per day. Now, this remains feasible. I mean, sure, he could probably fit it in during lunch breaks or perhaps before bed. But if we're to extrapolate onto a global scale, and hell, why shouldn't we? The man was confident. Then according to Wikipedia, we get up to about 9 per 100,000 people, or extrapolate out over 3 billion women, roughly 270,000 cases of cervical cancer per year, which, by my reckoning, is 739.726 women per day, or roughly 1 pussy every 30 seconds. Now, I don't care how good your style or scheduling is, that is a lot of pussy. I mean, that is like 24/7. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if that's something that I aspire to. So this is good. It's like 3 minutes in and I've been talking about cancer the whole time. Yes, it's certainly good not to be sick right now. But I know, I'm more than just a collection of jokes about, you know, terminal illness. I'm just a regular guy doing regular guy things like breathing and sweating and glass blowing and those sort of things, you know. But I go on dates. Yes, I go on dates. I do. Almost all catastrophic, though. I seem to have this innate ability to attract novelty women. Recently, I went on a few dates with a woman who was still technically married to a 34-year-old carny who she got married to after dating for 5 months, and whose special skill was the ability to ride a unicycle, and while riding this unicycle, kick fish into a fishbowl on his head. So that's been a new experience. But, you know, they are broken up. Like, you know, a couple of months ago, what with him cheating on her 8 times in 8 months with 8 women, carnies. But, you know, for some reason, just a bit weird. Last week, I shit you not, we went on a date and I took her to see the Danish film after the wedding. Wedding. At no point did it occur to me that possibly a film centering around the act of marriage may not be the best date material in this situation. We were going to see Harry Potter, but you know, that was sold out. So instead I took her along to see 2 hours of Danish melodrama, which, I swear, went for 45 minutes, where every single scene involved someone crying or sobbing, and which, to my untrammeled delight, also featured a newlywed being cheated upon by her new husband. Oh boy, we had a good laugh afterwards. So anyway, I am available again if anybody is interested. You know, surely you're a bit tempted. Who knows what wacky faux pas I'll pull out next? But like, with all this dating, I've been trying to expand my emotional range a bit at the moment, because I get this feeling that I'm like too boring in conversation, or like buoyant and shit like that. So I've been trying to ground myself, make myself a bit more dark and brooding and all of that sort of stuff. So recently I've been trying to broaden my emotional horizons, and I think I've nailed deadly serious. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, but I'm still actually working on so serious I'm deadly, which would probably look a lot like that, but people would die. Like, we'd be talking about the environment and shit, and I'd get serious and BAM! Peter's dead. I'd be like an emotion fucking ninja. So, who here's on Facebook? Yay! That's the response I wanted. It's a bit like that, isn't it? Like, and I never thought it would be possible for me to get back in contact with so many people from high school that I didn't actually like. But, well, here we are. It's a giant digital reunion, and I'm still the guy sitting in the corner refusing to talk to people. I assure you, Ben Summerford, I use the word friend in the loosest possible sense. Yesterday, I added a guy I met on a tram just to dilute friend that little bit more. Yeah, that's right, Ben Summerford. You're on par with tram guy. Suffer in your jocks. Best thing about Facebook, though, is that once people get sucked in, they start accidentally adding all these random applications that mean absolutely nothing and do absolutely nothing. But because they're applications, they then get sent to every single fucking person that they know, asking them to also get that application so that you two can merrily spend hours depositing digital fish in each other's digital aquariums. Yes, the future is now, people, and it's glorious. But, oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit. Yeah, so anyway, but the best thing about all of these things is you just get so many fucking invites, you just got to plow through them, you don't entirely know what you're doing, and then all of a sudden, like comedic manna from heaven, this invite comes through and it says, Ivan Randazzo thinks you and he are BFFs, best friends forever. You know what, Ivan? I doubt it. I mean, sure, we had fun that time I went over to your house to play Super Nintendo one glorious Saturday back in year 5. But we didn't manage to go the entirety of high school without talking to each other. You know, people change, Ivan. Things change. Exchange rates fluctuate. Maybe, just maybe, Ivan, the magic is gone. So I deleted him. Bitch has to learn. So it's probably getting towards the end of my set, final thoughts and all of that. So I'm going to leave you with this. Has anyone thought about sumo wrestlers recently? Like, I mean, really thought about sumo wrestlers? Because that is pretty random. Essentially, you get two humans, fatten them up to the point of death, strip them naked, and then get them to slap each other for the amusement of the public. That is a pretty wacky ritual to classify under the grand banner of rich and diverse cultural heritage. I have these amazing visions of this weird, slightly soft-kilted Japanese emperor sort of trying to combine his twin passions for shoving and obesity. My lord, the sport you ordered has arrived. No! Fatter! Fatter! Yes, that's right, fatty. Push him out of the ring. Can they throw salt at each other? But why? It will be like seasoning. Yes, can they wear nappies? You're the emperor. It is done. So anyway, I think that's probably about the end of my set. It's been a massively validating experience. Thank you so much for laughing.